So hello. So over the past 2 years, I've tried growing out my Pixie cat. I got so far 6 months in, but I failed. 6 months in, I cut it and regretted it. And so here we are, trying again for a second time. So this is what I've learned in the past about 2 years of trying to grow out my hair. It's been a journey, but it's also been a very big struggle because through this process, I did a lot of research. I was trying to find out so much information. How can I make this manageable? How can I do this and it be bearable and quick? I found nothing. Honestly, everything was the same. Don't shampoo and conditioner your hair too often. Wear hats, wear scarves, do this, 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 and this. This isn't helping me because I already do these things. So in the past few months, I've come up with a couple different ways to grow out your hair quicker and more bearable. The experience is not fun for anyone. However, there's gonna come a point in time where you're gonna decide, oh, I wanna grow out my hair. And it's gonna suck. But we're gonna do it and we're gonna power through it. And so here we are. So with that being said, I hope you enjoy this video. So hello. This is my hair just dried from a shower. I've been growing out the top for about a month or so. So it's coming to the point where it's too heavy to go like that, but it's too long to go like this. And I have really thick hair. So it's already to the point where I don't know what to do. After looking into it and deciding I'm gonna grow out my hair, I was trying to figure out the most comfortable and the most bearable way that I can do this. And it's a bit different, so hold on, bear with me. I decided to go with an undercut. What? This isn't growing your hair out, but hear me out. So if I grow out the top and keep cutting off the sides, I'm not gonna go through those awkward stages of a mullet and trying to figure out what to do because it's not a bob, it's not a pixie cut anymore, it's just there. And it sucks. So once your hair starts getting to a length where you can start putting it up like this, it's not gonna be so awkward. It's not gonna look so bad. So the longer it gets, the less it's gonna look like an undercut and you'll be able to wear it down and grow it out and it'll be so much easier than having to deal with a mullet and going through that all the time. So that's what I'm going to personally do, especially because I'm going to Central America for 3 months and I know it's gonna be heavy and hot and this is the best way that I can figure out to do. So this is the most convenient way to do that. There is plenty of pictures on Pinterest and on Instagram to find inspiration to see if you think that it would work for you. This isn't for everyone and I know that this is kind of different from growing out a pixie cut completely, but my overall want is a bob. And so once my hair gets long enough to that bob, I'll start growing out the undercut. That's the plan and hopefully it works. So the next thing that I have found that I thought was a hoax, that I thought wasn't actually going to work whatsoever, is these hair, skin, and nail vitamins. This is not a sponsored video whatsoever. I love these so much. I have such weak nails, okay? Such weak nails that I've never been able to grow out my nails. I don't bite them, I don't peel them, I don't do any of that, but they break so easily that they're so weak. I've never had long nails ever, okay? Look at this. This is the most long they've ever been. And I know, you're probably thinking, that's not long. To me, that is so long. So long. I have to cut my sides every 3 weeks, which I've never had to do. I could go 6 weeks without having to deal with that. So my hair is growing so quickly, not to mention that I have to shave my legs 3 times a week, maybe 4. That's a pain in the butt. However, I'm willing to deal with that in order to get longer hair much, much quicker. You can also buy biotin, which is basically the same thing. However, I believe you have to take about 3 pills versus 2, and you only have to do this once a day, and I think it's recommended doing it 2 to 3 times a day. With the biotin, I'm sure every brand is different, but for me, it works, and my skin is also clearing up. So it really is for hair, skin, and nails. Who would have thought? That in itself is a miracle. So this one may be more on the obvious side, but curling it and braiding it, That could be a bit obvious, but you also may be thinking, my hair's not long enough to be able to use a curling iron. I recommend using a straightener, a smaller straightener, which is what I used to do. I'll link a couple videos and show you a couple pictures of what I looked like when I did this a couple years ago. My hair was actually, I think, a little shorter, and so it worked out, and it took me maybe 10 minutes max because I had a lot less hair, and it was just so much easier. And when I wanted to look a little more feminine, this was like the perfect thing to do. It stuck it through, and it would stay curly all day long. I could even go to bed and wake up with it more curly, and once again I have really thick hair, so maybe that's just a blessing. During the end, when I was about 4 months into the growing out period, I could actually braid my hair. The first time I could braid my hair, I was so happy. I would do little French braids. I didn't do them. My best friend did them, but like, you may need another person to do it because I couldn't have done it myself. But you'll get to the point where you can do that, and I recommend doing it because it's a new style. I also, every single day, I would put my hair in a bun on the top because it was the best way I knew how to do it. It got boring. I hated it, but it was the only way that I knew to look decent. I never wore my hair down completely because my hair is so weird, and I also had to grow out the fact that I had bleached my hair previously, and it was bad. So I don't recommend bleaching it or going through any of that, especially because it's making your hair way less healthy, and that can slow down the growing out process. It may make it more fun and bearable to an extent, but I don't recommend if you want to grow it out faster. It's just gonna make it more dead, and you may need to cut it. It's just gonna be a mess. Along with the cutting, cut your mullet, please. I didn't do this, and I regret it. It would have made it easier and cuter, and I wish I would have done it. People told me to do it. I didn't listen because I didn't want to cut it because I was too scared that people were gonna ruin it. Let your mom cut it. I don't know. Just get rid of it if you want. I recommend it, but you don't have to. Hi, I'm Rylee. I know what you're thinking. How'd she grow out her hair so quickly? Well, let me tell you. It's because it's a wig. What? I might still be learning how to wear it and style it, but I can use heat on this mother trucker. Let me tell you, it's great, and I know it's probably a little messy because I wore it out last night and I got so many compliments, and I was like, this makes me miss my long hair so much more. But believe it or not, wearing a wig can make your life so much easier. I wish that I would have thought about this way sooner, but it just makes it more fun, or want to play it down a little bit, and got like a pink wig like me. Literally you just put a hat on and you're like, ha, look at me. And I don't look good in hats. So the fact that I look pretty decent now, I feel like I'm just floating on air. Of course, wigs can be a bit more expensive. Sometimes you have to pay a decent amount to find a good wig. However, if you do find a good wig for a good cost, invest. Website that I would recommend is Fox Wigs. Reason being is because they are so high quality for the money that you're gonna spend, and I know for a fact that I've owned other wigs before and I wish I wouldn't have bought them. I wish I would have thought about this the first time around, but I didn't. So now that I've figured this out, you might be seeing me wear this thing quite often. And if you use the code Rylee, you'll get 30% off, and let me tell you, take advantage of this because it's only gonna come around once and you're not gonna regret it. The link will be in the description below, so just click on it and it'll take you right there. It'll even show you this wig and you can buy it, we can twin. So last but not least, headscarves. Headscarves have changed my life. Whenever I have a bad hair day or don't have time to deal with it or just wash my hair and have to go somewhere, this is the best way that I've learned how to deal with that. And all you need is a scarf. I got these from my grandma's closet. And my grandma is like 90, so you can also kind of buy free headscarves. I used to wear this thing all the time and I loved it, and now it is like not the color that it originally was because I wore it so much. There's also quite a lot of makeup on that. But these things have literally helped me so much with the growing out process. I wish that I would have known about these the first time around, but I didn't, so we learned our lesson. I made a video of me trying to learn how to do this. I highly recommend watching it and learning from my mistakes. I've gotten so much better. This took me a minute to do. It's just all about practice. So this is about this size, so it's not even really that big. The larger the scarf, the easier it's gonna be, but this is what I do on a daily basis. This morning, I didn't care about what I looked like, so I put one of these on, put my glasses on. I looked amazing! So, yeah. What can you say? So yeah, those are all the unusual ways that I've learned to deal with growing out your pixie cut. It's been a real struggle, but I'm glad that I now have some interesting ways to deal with my issues. This is one issue out of the way for now, so. I love you guys so much. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!